Hi Michael here, welcome back to the channel. March 22, we're almost 2:30 p.m. Brussels time. Um, European markets have been open for a while. US markets will open shortly. And how long they've been open for a while and how shortly US will open, I will show you that when we go through the dashboard, because what I've been doing today, I've been making some enhancements to the dashboard using Chat GPT4. I've had quite some good experiences, even in programming and in working in Excel with the help of Chat GPT 3.5. I was very happy with that, so I was very eager also to see what the improvements are in Chat GPT 4. Um, it failed on me, I can tell you. I had to do it in the end myself, and I'll explain also why. Um, but before we go there, good to see that again after yesterday, also today, European markets are very favorable. At this moment, it looks like the bank shares are getting back into some calmer water. Obviously, they've taken quite some hits over the past week, so there's definitely bargains to be found there. Talk about that with your professional advisor to see where you should be putting your money, because I'm not going to tell you, because as you know, I don't know what I'm doing. So let's have a look, and I hope you find this just as exciting as I find it. Um, what we see here is I've added this bottom section with a European and a US flag, where if the market is open, it will tell me how much time we still have before it closes. In the European markets in general, that is in 2 hours and 32 minutes. And if the market is still closed, it will tell me how long it will take before it opens. And in the case of US, that's in 2 minutes and 35 seconds. How did I do that? I'll not go into the nitty-gritty details, but if I move this flag here, you can see the formulas underneath. I've put in, and I've done the same for the US markets here, so it's the same story. I've put in the opening and closing time. Um, this is the current time that we're in. Uh, in decimals, obviously. And this is where I determine that if the current time is above the opening time and before the closing time, then the markets are open. That is, of course, if it's not a weekend. And I determine if it's a weekday or not with the standard Excel formula, where day 1 is a Sunday, day 7 is a Saturday. So what I'm determining here is if it's not a weekend and if we're in the office hours mentioned here, then the market is open. And the same for US markets here. I guess I need to do a data refresh. Let's see if it refreshes, because obviously we're already 2:30 p.m. here. All right, that doesn't help. Interesting. I'll have a look what's going on there later. But in any case, apart from the fact that I think it looks quite attractive, it's also useful. I don't need to go up and down to certain sites that have that countdown ticker on their website. I can now have a look at it at my own dashboard here. So very proud of that. Happy that I succeeded. And where did Chat GPT fail me? Obviously, Chat GPT did help me, although I could do it myself, making a formula where they calculate the difference between 2 hours. But when I ask, can you make an alarm clock or a ticker that counts down between my current local time and the time that the US market will open, that it did not do. It did not understand. It had to find the opening time of the US markets, compare that to the local European time. And of course, what it could do was subtract those two numbers, but that of course is not where the difficulty lies. So the trick was that was the first problem, and the second problem is that ChatGPT did not take into account that markets are not open in the weekend. So even when it would be able to determine how much time is left between now and the opening time of US markets, it would also give that same answer on a Saturday and a Sunday. So in the end, was ChatGPT helpful? No, not today, unfortunately. And on the other hand, it's still comforting to feel that although ChatGPT 4.5 is 400 times smarter than ChatGPT 3.5, that Dr. Michael is still a little bit smarter than ChatGPT. Before we go, a little look at the sweet spot here. 8 shares in the sweet spot compared to 3 yesterday. I see actually none of the shares that are in the sweet spot were there yesterday. Again, we're looking at large volatility here and large spreads. I've shown you already in the past videos how I challenge these and how I try to determine what the real first resistance is if it differs from what is being fed by the public domain. I stand corrected. PDD was also in the sweet spot yesterday, and the spread has not changed too much, which suggests, as we have shown yesterday, that it has its rightful place in the sweet spot. With that, I'm gonna let you go for today. I'll fix that little nasty thing there on the opening of the US markets. Should be a little thing. I thank you for watching. I would stimulate you to experiment and fool around with ChatGPT because it is an extremely powerful tool. And in all honesty, maybe I just didn't put my questions correctly, because that can also influence the answers that you get. With that, please subscribe and like these videos every now and then, even if you don't like them. Like them. It's a young channel, it needs the help, and I can see that every now and then we're getting picked up by the algorithm. In particular, if I trick with the names, if I put Silicon Valley Bank in there, or lately Credit Suisse, all of a sudden my views go by 20. So there's a bit of cheating there as well, but I'd rather have good old-fashioned subscribers. Thank you very much. We'll be again with an update tomorrow, and by then we'll have the dashboard also completely fixed. Thank you very much.